Hey, thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Cortez, joined by James Burns of FrontRowPreps.com, powered by Chicken Ranch Casino. Time now for our Week 7 predictions, brought to you by Golden Bear Physical Therapy. Burns, anywhere you can watch a football game in our region, you can find Golden Bear Physical Therapy. In the Mother Lode League, Argonaut taking on Sonora. You know, it's interesting. Argonaut is ranked ahead of Sonora in the Cal Preps rankings, in the Max Preps rankings. So if the season ended last Friday, if you prognosticate a little bit, Sonora is not in the playoffs because they may not get to that 4-win plateau. You got to have 4 wins to get to the playoffs. If you don't, doesn't matter what happens. What happens? You're not getting in that unless you're a league champion. Yeah, and that would be a real rarity for that to happen.
Yeah. So are you picking Argonaut?
No.
Neither am I. Neither am I. I like the Wildcats. I thought it was only a matter of time before they got on a roll. You know, the Mother Lode is down. Okay, I think we can all agree the Mother Lode is down. And Argonaut is one of those teams, just like Amador. You know, they've got a nice record coming into the second week of league play, but they haven't faced anybody. You know, and Sonora has gone down the hill and played those TVL powers that we've talked about. They've kind of come through the injuries that they sustained earlier in the season. They're healthy now, and they're in Mother Lode League play, and they just don't lose.
And they're playing at Dunleavy.
They just don't lose, yeah.
Dunleavy Field. Houston at Hillmar. This is an old-time rivalry. Houston wants to be a player in this TVL. Time is now.
Hillmar's coming off a bye. It's homecoming. It's going to be a spirited, festive atmosphere there. And I think the Yellow Jackets are just a better team.
I agree.
Better team. That's
no knock on Houston.
Not a knock on Houston.
Houston.
They've got a couple nice pieces, and they've had a really great season.
But they play in the toughest league in this area.
They do
this year.
They do
this year. Hey, we're going lockstep here. You're not going to gain any ground on me. I'm a game ahead of you in the season now.
Okay.
We're both picking about 80%.
Yeah.
You 1 game back. The Cortez Bowl. My alma mater versus my twin daughter's alma mater, Buhat Colony at Merced. Is it at Merced?
Yes.
At Merced.
Or at Golden Valley.
Well, at Golden Valley. At Golden Valley High School in Merced. This is an interesting game.
Yeah,
what do you like?
This is essentially our co-game of the week. I mean, this is a very, very big game. A lot of implications, a lot of playoff implications right on this. And I know you've been picking apart the new playoff format and taking a look at it and trying to weigh out all the scenarios. And the winner of this game obviously has the inside track to the CCC title. But for Merced, a team with dwindling enrollment, they lose this game, right?
If they lose this game, they almost lock up a section championship. The CCC is rated as a Division III Division III league. You win a Division III league, you got to play in the Division III playoffs. You win a D2 league, you got to play in the D2 playoffs.
Well, here's the thing with Merced's enrollment. They can drop
down to
D4.
D4.
And if they drop down to D4 with all that talent and athleticism, I mean, they are almost
the
assured
prohibitive favorite to win a D4 section title.
You win a section title, you have the chance to play for a state bowl.
Right.
It's that simple.
They win this game, they got to play in the D3 playoffs, and that field is loaded.
Yeah. But
so it's an interesting kind of conundrum.
I doubt either coaches are really taking that into consideration. They want to win Friday's game. I like Merced in this one, and it's not because they're the home team. It's really because they're the number 2 team in this region for a reason. They've got marquee talent. They've got Demir Warren, who might be the large school player of the year based on what he's done in all 3 phases of the game.
He'll probably get my vote. Yeah, I agree too. It's not because the Bears are at home that I'm picking them. It's because I'm a Bear, baby. That's why I'm picking the Bear. Our next game, we've got Gregori, Pitman. Literally, the Chicken Ranch Casino game of the week, right here from Joe Devley Stadium. This is going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. I think for both of us, we're really excited to see what kind of team Pitman has.
Because?
Well, the strength of schedule.
Right.
They haven't really faced anybody yet.
No, and you can only beat who they put in front of you. The truth of the matter is, the teams they faced this year are combined 6-31. That's way bad.
Yeah.
So really, you know, what have we got in Pitman? Well, we've got an undefeated team that we know can run the ball with Jacob Partita and Peyton Bass, and they can throw the ball, especially out of the backfield. Those guys with Trayton Fair, who was one of our Top Gun quarterbacks of the week. Pinelli Passing Academy, and then you've got Gregori, who lost early to Buhat Colony
Merced.
And oh, by the way, Merced.
Yeah.
And then if you look at the 4 games since, there may not be a hotter team around than Gregori.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of a intriguing matchup.
It is.
It's provocative.
It
As
is.
Ron Augustini always likes to say. Remember, Ron would always say provocative.
Yeah. I like Pitman. I like Pitman in this one for the reasons that you just outlined. The balanced offense. The balanced offense. You know, I think in years past they've been so run heavy and one-dimensional. But Trayton Fair, man, this kid can put it in the air. I feel like internally, while I can't say this definitively, I think internally they probably know, hey, people out there are looking at our strength of schedule and they're wondering, are we for real? So this is a statement game as much as it is for anybody else.
I guarantee you they're saying that.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Yeah.
For the rest of our picks, be sure to go to frontrowpreps.com. So that's it for our Week 7 predictions, brought to you by Golden Bear Physical Therapy. Like I said, anywhere you can watch football in this region, you can find Golden Bear Physical Therapy. For James Burns, I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for dropping by.